You're watching SLU-TV, St. Louis University, Channel 22. Now, Brent Carney, Courtney Brown, Kathy Kelly, health reporter John Castelli, lead forecaster Ashley Colchin, and sports director Clayton Bury. This is SLU News 22.
Hey SLU, I'm Brent Carney.
And I'm Courtney Brown.
Big day today, the votes are in, and a winner has been crowned in the 2007 SGA election. So, let's get right down to it.
Well, a long and hectic day began early for all of the candidates who spent all day campaigning on campus. As Brent Carney will report, the chance to win a few last-minute votes takes enthusiasm, a warm jacket, and some fresh donuts.
All the candidates were out early on Monday trying to entice students to vote by passing out free bottled water and donuts. The swag worked on at least one freshman. Money for the signs, balloons, and food comes directly out of the candidate's pocket. After a hectic month full of speeches, debates, and meetings aimed to win the students over, the candidates pulled out all the stops on Monday to remind everyone to vote. Even with all the campaigning, moving forward's John Curry says the day is about having fun, too. Reporting for SLU News 22, I'm Brent Carney.
Well, go figure. Brent manages to cover the package where there are plenty of free donuts available. I'm not at all surprised.
That's absolutely true. But as the day moved on, eating donuts switched to biting fingernails as tickets nervously gathered together to wait the results of the election, broadcasted live right here on SLU-TV and also on KSLU. In the end, there could only be one winner. Kathy Kelly and Candace Naranjo report.
We're here in Salsaritas and everyone's excited and giddy, and we all want to know who's going to be next year's 2007-2008 academic year SGA office. We want to know who's going to form a part of it, and everyone's excited and we're waiting for the answer.
Here is what Andrew Clifton had to say moments before the results.
We're moments away from finding out who's going to win this election. How are you feeling right now?
A little nervous. That's pretty much it. Just really nervous. I'm hopeful, but yeah, I'm nervous. I think we're gonna do great, but I mean, I can't help but feel really nervous. So.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I am. I'm excited. We did our best, and that's enough to be excited. And it's over, and now we just have to wait to hear the results. And so it's exciting to me. So.
If you win, tell us a little bit about what your plans are for next year.
Well, if I win, there's a couple of things I'm going to start on immediately. That's creating a student-run students website for SLU, because it doesn't currently have that. Where all kinds of stuff can be posted, like events, forums, and all kinds of stuff. We'll start with that, as well as there's some stuff with the Greek system that needs to be fixed right now. And things like that, just laying out the groundwork basically for next year, and strengthening relationships with the administration will pretty much be what I'll work on, and like starting this week or whatever if I win. So.
Okay, well, good luck.
Moving Forward had many supporters who waited anxiously for the good or bad news.
We all want to know who's going to win. So who are you guys voting for?
Moving Forward, Andrew Clifton.
Are you guys excited? Are you nervous?
No, I think he'll do good. We're going to sweep the board. The entire ticket.
And that they did. It was win after win after win. Moving Forward won every executive board position. For SLU News 22, I'm Candace Naranjo.
Moving Forward wasn't the only big winner on the night. The college readership referendum, which brought us the free newspapers this whole semester, also passed and will be voted on by the SGA later this semester.
Supporters for raising standards gathered in the BSC just down the hall from the Moving Forward ticket. When the results were announced, The reaction of the two groups could not have been farther apart. Cherie Brown and Maggie Sebchek have the report.
Before the SGA election results were announced, the ticket opposite of moving forward ate donuts and watched SLU-TV's live program. Here in the community lounge is Raising Standards. About 20 minutes before the results of the elections will be announced and everyone is on edge. Raising Standards presidential candidate Shivani Seepersad shares her feelings about the anticipated moment.
To be honest answer, there's every emotion going through me.
Seepersad addressed the ticket, stating her plans after the SGA office is revealed. Raising Standards members sat attentively and listened to the announcement of the SGA president for academic year 2007 to 2008.
The new president of the St. Louis University Student Government Association is Andrew Clifton from Moving Forward with 1,492 votes.
In a disappointing moment, the Raising Standards members came together to console one another. I'm Cherie Brown with SLU News 22.
Well, win or lose, the dedication of every student involved in this year's SGA election certainly shows the tremendous amount of leadership and dedication present on this campus.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Well, this week in weather, whether you won or you lost, it's been absolutely beautiful. Joining us right now, Kelly Halbert. Make my day and probably everyone else's by telling me that weather will stay this pretty through the rest of the week.
It has been beautiful the last few days with those sunny skies, especially after that lousy weekend with all that wind and rain. And it looks like it's going to stay nice and clear all the way up into tomorrow morning. But unfortunately, Wednesday night we might be looking in for some severe weather. Tonight's forecast, clear, 36 degrees at 10 p.m. and tonight later 30 degrees with the winds out of the east at 5 to 8 miles per hour. In a few minutes, Ashley Colgan and Ruth Nommensen will be joining us with a look at the weather through the weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, healthier living around here begins with John Castelli. Stick around to hear how our health reporter will help you feel better for the spring. Welcome back. Health reporter John Castelli is here with us to talk to us about eating disorders.
Now, John, are eating disorders particularly a problem on college campuses?
Yeah, Courtney, they definitely are. The rates are just really alarming. And of course, college is a stressful time for all of us. And so eating disorders become a way for people to deal with some of those stresses. Everyone likes to look and be at their best. But for some, feeling good about themselves means being happy with their appearance. According to the National Association of Eating Disorders, approximately 10 million females and 1 million males in the U.S. have a clinical eating disorder, with many more on the verge of developing one. And college campuses quite possibly have the highest concentration of all. Reports indicate that anywhere from 10 to 25% of college females alone suffer. Although the average age of onset is between 16 to 26, it's getting younger. Justine Brooks, a therapist from the McCallum Place Eating Disorder Treatment Facility, runs the Eating Concerns group here at SLU.
We're bombarded by images of beautiful people, thin, muscular. Everyone's got to be perfect. The images that we see are completely altered, and whether or not it doesn't register as really having an effect on us, it does after time. And I think part of it too is just the family, what goes on in families, and parents are busier and there tends to be more chaos.
Other factors involved in the development of eating disorders include perfectionistic thinking, depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, and stress. One of the most important treatments for the psychological aspect is cognitive behavioral therapy, which challenges negative thinking by retraining the patient's distorted thought process. Although significant progress has been made in removing stigmas surrounding mental illness, the general public still struggles with its response, even to two of the most well-known disorders, anorexia nervosa and bulimia nervosa.
There's just a ton of ignorance still on eating disorders. A lot of people just eat. Why can't you just eat? And it's not like that. I mean, it's so much more complicated than that. Or, well, ew, gross, you want to throw up everything you eat, but it's not. You can't just stop it, unfortunately.
Both illnesses are characterized by a strong aversion to food. Anorexics are less than 85% of their ideal weight, while bulimics undo the calories they take in by vomiting or using laxatives. Junior Rita Widges knows what it is like to live on a college campus with an eating disorder. She is a recovered anorexic and bulimic.
Eating disorders are not I mean, they're about being thin, but really they're about controlling your environment and dealing with stressors. And when you're in college, you have a lot of stressors. You have papers, you have people to deal with, you have social anxieties, you have school anxieties. And so eating disorders become an excellent outlet to deal with those and help you manage everything.
Treatment is most often successful when started early enough, but eating disorders can be fatal if not properly treated. A mere 1/3 of anorexics and just 6% of bulimics get the help they need. Rita started as an anorexic in 6th grade, later becoming bulimic as well. It wasn't until her sophomore year of high school her parents found out about her condition and literally saved her life.
I was pretty much at my lowest low, and I tried to kill myself. I overdosed. And it was unsuccessful because my parents found me, and they put my stomach, and that's when they put me into treatment. But it was just the feeling of, I can't take this anymore. There's no way I can continue to function like this, because I felt so bad about myself. I hated myself. I hated looking in the mirror. I was embarrassed at what I was doing to myself, and I couldn't stop.
Now Rita is focused on her future nursing career and committed to staying in recovery. But countless others on the campus of St. Louis University are just in the middle of their battles. Help is available, however. The Eating Concerns group meets every Tuesday evening at 6:30 in Campus Ministries' Dorothy Day Room. And counselors are willing to talk 24 hours a day at Student Health and Counseling in Marquette Towers East. The number to call is 977-2323. So there are many opportunities for help here on campus, and this year's Eating Disorder Awareness Week is sponsored by Student Health and Counseling, as well as Psychological Services and Sigma Kappa Sorority. On Monday, there was a viewing of Thin, which was the HBO documentary, and then tonight there's Eating Disorder Trivia, as well as free screening in the BSC from 11 to 7. Tomorrow there will be recovery stories with a panel discussion, so you'll be able to find out what it's really like to have one of these disorders. Then on Friday there will be a body image improvement program in conjunction with Girls Incorporated, and if you would like any information in addition to this, you can email edaw@slu.edu. Brent and Courtney?
Thank you, John. Well, it's hard to believe that March is almost here. After the break, find out if March means warmer weather. Stick around.